wouldn't be able to play an NBA game in the 70s.
Handshake, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, neither would you. Neither would you.
Giannis Antetokounmpo would have 250 points in a game in the 70s. 250.
Is that Kuzi? When was Kuzi playing?
You blew it, boy. You really blew it.
What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better. I got some good coffee for you today. All right? LeBron James went out, made some bold and stupid attention-seeking comments, as he always does, trying to move the narrative. But before I get into it, let me say this. For all of those slurpers that protect everything LeBron James say, understand this. Every time that man opens his mouth, goes on an interview, or does something stupid, he has the nerve to play victim when people react to it. Nobody told you to go on ESPN and say a bunch of outrageous stuff, right? You did that yourself. And as my man Brandon said, you reap what you sow, right? So there's a reason why we, quote unquote, don't disrespect Steph Curry as much. There's a reason why we don't disrespect the Giannis Antetokounmpos, Kevin Durant, even to that matter. It's because they keep their mouth shut. And they're not looking for constant attention like LeBron James does and switching the narrative. What am I talking about? That comment about Giannis Antetokounmpo. You claim Giannis will average or score 250 points in a game. Now, he's being facetious about it. What he's basically saying, Giannis will be the best player in the 70s. No. How is he the best player in the 70s when Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem is playing? He's not better than either one of them. He may be, he's arguably that he's even better than Dr. J. So, no. Dr. J actually had a better jump shot than Giannis because Giannis shoot bricks most of the time. He's just a good inside presence. But if he played in the 70s, he'd be an undersized player actually because guys in that era was strictly traditional fives, okay? True centers. And Giannis wouldn't have been a true center in that era. He would have been a little too small for the guys that's actually more taller. But let me dig into this a little bit. We need to stop with the stupid era comparison if you don't know how to do it right. Listen, this is a phone, Samsung phone, came out this generation, this year. This phone will not exist in the 1970s. Okay? Period. If I went to a time machine, that phone will evaporate. It won't exist. So you can't say Giannis Antetokounmpo, if you put him in the 70s, he'll be the same basketball player. He won't. He won't be able to get away with traveling and doing Euro steps that wasn't even invented then or allowed, that takes up half the whole court. He would have been traveling. Okay? This is what you guys have to understand. The player that you see today in front of you will not exist in yesteryears. His game would have been lowered. Okay? Only things from the past could get upgraded, just like technology. If you play video games, you could take an old video game, bring it to the current system, and give it 4K this, 4K that, frames per second, right? You could upgrade that old game and make it look even better than it used to look. But you can't do that for something present and bring it to the past because you're downgrading it, so to speak, right? So, this is what I keep telling you guys. When you compare a lot of these players, be truthful about it. Giannis Antetokounmpo averages 30 in this era. And LeBron James, it goes back to you. Even you won't be the LeBron James that people see right now. There's no era of basketball where you will be considered the best basketball player because you're not even the GOAT in your own era. Quote unquote, because there's always guys that was winning more than you or equal to you, right? So, if you can't be called the GOAT, then or a player of that type of status, you're not going to be the GOAT of any other era. If LeBron played in the 70s, Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem would have been considered better than you. If you play, same for Giannis. If you played in the 80s, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, all these guys would have been considered better than LeBron James if they all played in the same time frame. There's no era of basketball outside of the era that LeBron played in that he will be considered the best basketball player. Think about it. But if you take a player from the past and you give him the same mechanics that you have today, right? And let's assume that he wins just as much, right? Or even if he wins less, but still has the same amount of championships, of course, because winning matters. I know that may be shocking to you guys, but winning matters. Your stat line don't mean nothing if it don't add to winning. So let's just say, for argument's sakes, those 6 championships Jordan won got carried on to this generation. He's still been considered the best basketball player of all time because he won 6. And he was considered the best player on the team for those 6. We're assuming, because that's all we can do. When you go to the past and you zap a player to the past, you're assuming that he will still be a good basketball player. Now, can a great player play greatness transcends to any era? Yes. But in the case of Giannis and LeBron, they won't be considered the best, but they're considered a good player. You could play in any era, of course, right? Giannis could play in any era, but I would beg to differ. If Giannis played in the 70s, 80s, 90s, he won't even be considered a top 5 player, realistically. He may be a top 10, maybe, for a couple of seasons. But he won't be the Giannis that you see today because he doesn't have the advanced mechanics to do it. Okay? His game would be completely different. I don't know how different will he be able to adjust to that era. All right? It's the same thing. And he went even extra disrespectful by sitting there saying, this guy was good for that era. Or Bob Cousy was good for his era. If Bob Cousy was born in the same era with you, LeBron James, you big dummy, he would have had the same upbringing as you. He would have had the same influences as you. His game would have been completely different. He would have been upgraded. And you give a guy like that was already talented for his era, and you give him an upgrade, the ability to take extra steps, Euro steps, step backs, switch his dribble up, carry a little bit, like how you guys do today. He'd be even more unstoppable. Do you get the difference? Now, a guy that plays professional basketball that's considered an all-time great, like yourself, LeBron James, we know what you're doing. You're doing this for attention, all right? And you're getting it. But you're just not getting the attention or the respect that you want to get because you're a clout chaser and a drifter, all right? In basketball terms. You're just mad because most people will never consider you as the GOAT. Maybe a couple young kids here and there, spoiled audiences here and there, a little sprinkle here and there, but you're never going to be called the GOAT. And that irritates you. It just is what it is. You don't win enough to be called the GOAT. Maybe shut your mouth and go and win. Maybe win a championship with Luka. Then we could come back and circle this argument again. Stop trying to switch narratives on people and win. Because that's the only thing that's going to change people's objection and opinion on you. Nobody cares about what you have to say and moving goalposts. All right? Simple. You're never going to be the GOAT unless you actually win more than the people that's actually ahead of you or equal to them. You're not even in the same camp with Tim Duncan and Cole because they got more rings than you. Sports out. Peace.